A jam-packed weekend all across the LakePoint Sports Campus. It's the Windscreen Factory Spring Flex, and we are flexing in a big way. The Champion Center Public Field, Beach Pavilion, and the Baseball Village are all in action all weekend long. I'm Cory McCartney, and we've got our sights on the Prep Baseball Southeast Super Select in a matchup from the 14U division between BSA The Show and 706 Baseball. First pitch in this one is slated for 12:20 p.m. I'll be joined along the way by Prep Baseball Georgia's Avery Hunt and our own Jack McCartney. I mentioned this is a Champions Weekend, so along with the Prep Baseball Southeast Super Select, we also have select events live at LakePoint. That's a live recruiting event for girls basketball, NASA Top Hat, Adidas Select Cup, and College Showcase over at Publix Fields, and SRVA Championships at the Beach Pavilion. So there is action all weekend long. There is no bigger commodity here across campus all weekend long than a parking spot. Now, we just wrapped up the Academy Baseball Tournament, and man, this thing was unbelievable. The ABA did not disappoint. MLB draft prospects, Division I commits, dotting every single roster. Georgia Premier is Mirza champions. They went 4-0. Let's go inside that win with our player of the game from the championship, Polk State signee Bryson Harris. Harris ropes that. Can shortstop get it? He can't. Cope making his way past third. R.J. Cope trucking home. He's going to be in there. Runner at third. Did they get him? Nope. They're going to have him at second and third. Bryson Harris coming through with an RBI double. That one is driven into foul territory. R.J. Cope camping underneath it. He made the play. R.J. Cope with the game-winning catch after delivering the walk-off homer yesterday. Georgia Premier is the ABA tournament champions, and those boys got reason to celebrate. Equipment flying all over the place. Georgia Premier is ABA champions, and we've got our player of the game, Bryson Harris, after a 7-5 win over TNXL. Bryson, man, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was so much fun to watch. You and the Sox go 4-0 in this bracket. This was an absolute gauntlet to get through. Tell me about that feeling out there of ringing that bell.
It's something that we've been thinking about since August. This is really just, I'll say, it's an accomplishment. We were expecting this. This was nothing less than what we've set our goals on all year. I'm just glad we were able to get it done.
A 2026, is it? I know it's just been a few minutes. Is it setting in yet? The high school career?
Yeah. Yes, sir. It set in last night. Thinking about it last night. Yeah, this is my last couple games.
What thoughts go through your mind when you think about everything that's taken to get to that moment? ABA champs now, but when you're thinking about it last night and the whole, like, those memories are coming back, what's really sticking out to you?
When I first stepped on campus at Georgia Premier, that's coming up a lot. Thinking about how much they helped me over the years, how much they helped me progress in the box, things of that nature. I'm going to miss everything about it.
Let's go inside your performance. It was a 3-0 TNXL lead going into the bottom of the second inning. We're going to pull this up. You lace an RBI double, scoring R.J. Cope during that 5-run third inning. 2-1 count. Breaking ball, it's 100.5 mile an hour off the bat. Take me inside this hit. What were you looking for and out there just delivering that big blow?
So going into the going into that pitch, 0-2, I'm looking for something. I'm really just trying to fight at that point. I knew in the past he struck me out on multiple curveballs, so I was really sitting that, really just threw my hands the other way, got to it, put it through the hole.
Had another single in the third inning, but I want to talk about that sixth inning, and things got really uncomfortable for you guys. Javier Rosendo hit that 2-run home run, makes it a 1-run game. Tell me about the mentality in the dugout for you guys, because you come back in the sixth. R.J. Groomster reaches second on an error. Jay Stardar ends up scoring off of a ground out. What were you guys talking about after that moment, going out there, we got to get one back?
It was really just add. So going into the top of the seventh, we had a little bit of a cushion. So if somebody did get on to walk, anything like that, we had more of a cushion. So if they were to score, it wouldn't be to tie the game or anything like that. So our mindset going into that was really just put some on, put the pressure back on them.
Tell me about the performance overall of this team during these last 4 games. You guys go undefeated again. This was a really, really tough bracket for you guys to get through. You had the big moment with R.J. Cope and the game-winning home run. You guys come back today. A TNXL team that going into today, you guys were 4-4 against the season, an opponent you know all too well. Tell me about just the overall performance of you guys in this event.
I'm going to say we performed nothing less than what we expected. We came in knowing that we had to go 4-0. If we went to the losers bracket, it would have been hard for us because we don't have as much pitching as everybody else. So coming into this tournament, I'll say our mindset was go 4-0. We did just that. I feel like even yesterday, we were down pretty much the whole game until the bottom of the seventh. We were like, don't press it, don't get too anxious. It's gonna come. We just play our baseball, play our game. Everything's going to go just fine. Our coach says stay with us. So we live by that motto. We don't get into too much of the other team. We stay focused on what we can do to give ourselves the lead and the win.
Well, Georgia Premier team that obviously knew they had the confidence to get this done. They are ABA Conference champions, and Bryson Harris is our player of the game. Bryson, man, congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations again to Georgia Premier. Unequivocally, the ABA tournament, one of the best events that we have had here in my 7 years at LakePoint Sports, and certainly hope those guys are all back next year ready to do that again. Maybe let's just go ahead and spin it back. Let's get everybody back here on campus immediately. All right, this is, again, the Windscreen Factory Spring Flex Weekend, so it seems only fitting that we now bring you our Windscreen Factory starting lineups for this one between BSA The Show and 706 Baseball. BSA The Show will be led off by Jakari Brown, then it's Cohen Heath, Parker Beef, Caleb Freeman, Ridge Thomas, Waylon Taylor, Logan Sauls, Carson Maduro, Buddy Weaver, Josh Lee, and Sam Bell. They'll have the right-hander Logan Sauls on the mound. Meanwhile, for 706 Baseball, they're to be led off by Austin Jenkins and Levi Loggins, Riley Lanes, Tanner Williams, Caleb Parsons, James Cooper, Leighton Blackman, Aki Hasaguchi, Colt Pilcher, Abe Drake, and Ledger Fry, the right-hander, will be on the mound. Let's take a quick break here in studio. We'll be back. You are watching our pregame for the Southeast Super Select from LakePoint Sports.
The Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
Now joined by the Windscreen Factory. We are inching closer to first pitch here between BSA The Show and 706 Baseball. This is our game of the day from the Southeast Super Select, part of the Windscreen Factory Spring Flex Weekend here across LakePoint Sports. We're going to take a quick break, audio-wise, at least here in studio. You can continue to watch the guys go through their pregame preparations. Tell us a little bit about the first pitch shortly from the baseball village. How this whole thing came together. by the Windscreen Factory owner Robert Taylor. Welcome in, Cory McCartney, Avery Hunt with you of the BSA, the show against 706 baseball. This is our game of the day from the Southeast Super Select, again, part of the Windscreen Factory Spring Flex. Are you ready to flex on them today?
I didn't wear the right shirt.
You did not. We'll get you one. They have them, though. They have them in the front. I saw DJ Vanessa's up there. She's on the ones and twos. We should, like, you know, like Danger Mouse. They like wear like the big head. We should have like a big baseball. We should have like a
light up one.
Yeah, we should do that. Dead Mouse.
We came in early on at a time.
All right, Jakari Brown going to lead things off for BSA. The show to be followed by Cohen Heath and Parker Beef.
The requirement.
Jakari Brown, Carrollton 2030. Ledger Fry on the mound for 706. Carrollton and Etowah. Are they done?
They're playing today.
They're playing today.
I think.
I talked about this a couple times, but if you're that Carrollton team, and I know when they faced Etowah here during the battle for Bartow, it was Etowah without Deion Cole, without Trevor Condon, because they had run into each other the day before in a game. Both were sitting out. And Matthew Sharman was playing second base, a position he hadn't played since he was in Little League, that he told me. But they got to Nate Curcio.
Yep.
And there's got to be some confidence in that crew that if we can handle Sharman, or he have some success, we're going to game 2 against the guy that we've beaten. So that's a fascinating matchup for sure in the GHSA state playoffs. A 2-1 count here. Ledger Fry on his way to Eastside 2030. And Jakari Brown could be a name we're hearing at Carrollton. And he's going to be aboard to start things off here in these fields. Yesterday we were watching the Academy Baseball Association tournament on these very fields yesterday and had an epic final game. Man, there was some highs, some lows, some heated moments in that one. It has a little bit. I mean, that tournament gave us pretty much everything on the baseball spectrum
that you could ask for.
You could ask for upsets, blowouts, big time talent coming up, and with unforgettable moments. It was just, we literally had everything across those few days, including that tag team home run derby that was just unlike anything I've ever seen before. You were here for that.
Yep.
How much fun was that to watch in person?
That was super, super exciting. Obviously, the atmosphere with all the other teams, all teammates, all that stuff here, family, friends, just kind of crowding around one field and under the lights. And, at the end there where, you have groups hitting 15, 16, 20, 22 homers. Pretty exciting stuff. Saw some balls hitting some places hadn't seen in a while. Carrying lights, hitting lights. Pretty impressive.
That ball's put in play. It's on its way into the outfield. Got a runner coming home. Jakari Brown's going to score. Cohen Heath got himself an RBI double, and BSA, the show, is on the board here to start off the first. Not quite the EVs that we've gotten used to seeing. We had a 105-mile-an-hour home run on this field from Javier Rosendo yesterday from TNXL, a UCF signee. But it was funny watching those games because you would look up and see the exit velo would be like, 103, 104, and you're thinking, okay, that's over the fan. They're just routine plays.
Yep. And also, a lot of the arms in that event are 88 and 94 or 5, kind of in that ballpark. So, you get a barrel there against, 92, it just scientifically speaking, you're going to have some higher juice there as well.
One misses low, so we got a 2-0 count here to Parker Beef. Yeah, it certainly was a lot of fun. Hope to have them all back next year. And you said the bell that Georgia Premier rang is still up in the Scout Tower, so we might have to go.
Yeah.
Might have to go jump on that thing. That could be our Liberty bell. We could just keep it around, and have people ring it for the 4th of July, and we can do it for charity. Maybe $5 a pop.
Yeah, go what is it? When the Phillies win, they ring the bell.
That's right.
We
should do that. Yeah, we can have that out there. Teams can run out. We can make a whole thing out of it. We can smack some sponsor logos on the side of it. Sure, we can make that happen. A lot going on, as I mentioned, all across campus this weekend. Champion Center's rocking the select events live at LakePoint, expecting pretty much every major Division I women's college basketball coach to be over there at some point this weekend. So I'm sure we'll keep Gino Ariema and Dawn Staley at arm's length from one another. They'll be on opposite sides of the gym. I hope Kim Mulkey's there rocking something crazy. I don't know, does she wear, do you think she wears crazy clothes out in public, or do you think she saves that?
I think she goes to the grocery store in the full yellow sparkling jumpsuit.
Everything's got sequins on it. Yeah.
Hey, if you got a brand, rock
That's right.
it. You know what I mean?
Parker Beath goes down on strikes. It's going to bring up Caleb Freeman.
Just be like me when I'm at home. My wife tells me, like, all right, Avery, like, we're going out somewhere. Let's not wear any prep baseball gear today, okay? It's like, sorry, honey, that's my entire closet.
Yeah. Well, it's good for the brand. And then if you post it, you then become an influencer. You're not working anymore. You've now gone into influencer territory.
We're going to get with our brand group and just like, hey, guys, I'll start posting, start a daily vlog of Avery Hunt's life.
I like that. Hunt fits.
Yeah, Hunt fits.
Yeah, I like this.
A pair of shorts and a prep baseball shirt and a hat.
You have to do the thing there where you like hold it up and then you throw it up, and then the next shot is you wearing it. We could do like that whole thing.
Get ready with me.
That's right. 0-2 count here to Caleb Freeman. Man, elevated fastball. He can't lay off that. He goes down on strikes. Now 2 strikeouts in the inning here for Ledger Fry.
Get ready with me. It's me just putting a backwards hat on and brushing my teeth and put deodorant on. Yeah, I'm using this product. It's just Crest toothpaste.
There you go. Well, as long as you're tagging them and you're out there, I think brands like that. They like realism.
I mean, any brands looking to get in on the Hunt vlog situation, let me know. My wife's really good with that stuff, so we'll get her some brand deals. She's on the TikTok waves.
Okay, there you go. Well, she could at least narrate your videos.
Yeah, she'll have to edit and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah. Now looking at Ridge Thomas, the extra hitter with 2 down. Thomas, Ranburn, Alabama, 2030. Playing his 10th prep baseball event. He's got an 0-2 count here. Fry hunting for his 3rd strikeout of the inning. He gets it. Can't lay off those high pitches. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Ledger Fry, but he does give up an RBI double. BSA the show leads 1-0 when we come back from LakePoint Sports.
Backed by over 100 years of engine design and manufacturing and a highly skilled dealer network. Yanmar. Yanmar Tractors. Quality. Hardworking. Reliability. Leave no job unfinished. Yanmar. Visit us at www.yanmartractor.com or see your local dealer for details.
Now joined by the win. On our way down to the bottom of the first inning, 7:06 going to send Austin Jenkins, Levi Loggins, and Riley Lanes to the plate. Meanwhile, BSA the show's got Logan Sauls, right-hander on the mound. He's got a fastball around 78, changeup 71, and a curveball at 72, playing in his 4th prep baseball event. Again, this is the Windscreen Factory Spring Flex. See Jack McCartney out there. He's about to be on the playing field. He's going to be like the backup first baseman.
New content idea in the travel baseball world. Let the camera guy be the base umpire with the camera.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm sure some teams would love that, to just get their guy off the field. I am still pushing my agenda of having the side pouch bag for the first base umpire to get the gear put into. That has yet to take root. So
somebody's got to wear all of it now. Everybody's got 19 arm guards, leg guards, sliding mitts, batting gloves, thumb piece on the swing like Harper uses.
We saw yesterday in that TNXL Georgia Premier game a hit by pitch that the batter didn't even realize that he got hit by the pitch, and it was TNXL. And the Georgia Premier coach comes on. The guy didn't even get hit. He doesn't even know he got hit. You can't say he got hit, but he gladly took that bag.
I think being where we are, everybody tuning in probably watches some Braves games. How Ronald Acuna? I mean, he looks like. I mean, he basically has catcher's gear on at the plate. I mean, he's got stuff everywhere.
I understand trying to protect yourself. But at some point, if you're the pitcher, it's almost like, well, I know you're allowing yourself to crowd the plate now because you've protected yourself. So there's not that fear of me owning the inside part of the plate because you have so much stuff on. So, I mean, again, I get guys don't want to get hurt, but on the other side of it, it's like you're stealing something away from the pitcher's ability to own that part of the plate.
As a hitter, I wore a leg guard for 3 or 4 years, and because I hit one off my ankle, and I'm telling you, I would put it on, and my ankle never got close to getting hit again. My dad used to give me a hard time. He's like, "Why you got that thing on, dude? You hadn't hit one off your foot in, 2.5 years." I'm like, looks cool, Dad.
This is low. I have a leadoff walk here to Austin Jenkins. So Jenkins going to be aboard 12th prep baseball event for that 2029. Make his way down to first base. Turns it over to Levi Loggins. I really am hoping that he's somehow related to Kenny. How cool would that be, right? You'd have so many good puns. Levi, East Jackson, Georgia, 7th prep baseball event for him. This inside.
Over in my neck of the woods, East Jackson, where I live. My mother-in-law's a teacher at East Jackson.
Okay.
So.
Well, she might know Levi Loggins. Maybe she knows if he's related to Kenny Loggins. They live on the danger zone.
Yeah.
They take the highway to the danger zone.
It depends on the road you're taking in that area. That's possible.
Got a 1-1 count. Pops that back foul. By the way, I saw this video today that one of those, like the automated cars that after hours they've been going to this Atlanta neighborhood, and there's like 50 of them that they say going through this neighborhood like in a dead end cul-de-sac, and it's like going up and doing loops in this neighborhood, and the people that live there are trying to figure out what in the world's happening. That one's put in play. Shortstop has it, goes to second, gets one out, can't turn the double play. Oh, he came off the bag. So they're now going to have a runner in scoring position. All right, so now they'll have runners at first and second, so unable to make the play. But yeah, so they said these cars, these automated cars are like, after hours, it's like they don't know what to do, so they're like going to this neighborhood and just driving around.
So it's the Waymos that are getting in there?
They are, yeah.
I saw that last night. I'm like, oh, imagine being those people.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that'd be awful.
They said they like put a cone out there to try to confuse them.
It's technology. It's great when it's great.
That's right.
When it's not, it's bad. But I think if Waymos start infiltrating my neighborhood, I put some spike strips out there or something. Like, get out of here, dude.
Riley Lanes is at the plate now here for 706 baseball. On his way to Franklin County. Franklin County had themselves a run here a year after they watched Ty Peoples move on to Georgia. Lanes puts that in play. Third base has it, tags the bag, gets one out. Long throw across the diamond, pulls first baseman off, so they'll still have him at first and second. Yeah, in 2A there, Franklin County made the Final Four. So a year after losing one of the best players in school history, they make the Final Four.
That's fun. It's probably built a pretty good culture there.
Yeah, that's like, the Patrick Ewing thing. When he goes down, the Knicks, make it to the finals behind John Starks way back in the day. And here we are with the Knicks on the cusp again of going back to the finals. Pops that one back foul. Tanner Williams, first baseman, now up. Morgan County, talking about Morgan County, so you got Franklin County, Morgan County. So maybe Tanner Williams letting Riley Lanes hear it. Saul's going to step off. Williams 5'9", 190, playing in his 7th prep baseball event. Runners at first and second. BSA, the show, trying to answer that RBI double from 706 baseball. Cohen Heath delivering that to score Jakari Brown. Count is 1-1. We also have, I mentioned, the girls basketball event live at LakePoint over at the Champion Center. Also have NASA Top Hat, Adidas Select Cup, and College Showcase going on over at Publix Fields. So much going on around campus. And this is just, we haven't even gotten to Memorial Day weekend yet. Yeah, right. Next weekend we'll bring back the high school players, so that'll be pretty awesome. We'll start bringing in the 15, 16, and 17U divisions. We'll also, by the way, have the Adidas Memorial Day Classic will be rocking over at the Champion Center. Cam Newton's CN won the crown at the Publix Fields. Comes a 1-2. Ropes that. That's shortstop makes the grab. Tag second, brings it into the inning. And, man, what a snag from Parker Beath at shortstop. Denies 7:06 baseball what certainly would have been a run-scoring opportunity there. It's a 1-0 lead for BSA. The show will be back with our second inning from the Southeast Super Select.
Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
Now joined by on our way to inning number 2 here in our matchup between BSA The Show and 7:06 Baseball. Another look at Landon Fry on the mound here for 7:06. Had 3 strikeouts in the first inning after giving up an RBI double to Cohen Heath. And he'll have Waylon Taylor, Logan Sauls, and Carson Maduro. Stephen Wilson Jr. has a song called Gary. He says not a lot of guys named Gary these days. There are certainly not a lot of guys named Waylon these days.
That's true.
I got a cousin named Waylon, but not these days. There are certainly not too many Waylons. Taylor jumps on that. That's on its way into center field. Going to drop down for a leadoff single. So Waylon Taylor is aboard. Bring up Logan Sauls, the pitcher. So Taylor, the Central 2030, is aboard. Turns it over to Sauls. See how Fry responds now. Last time he was put into some trouble, he bounced back 3 straight strikeouts. Got Parker Beath, Caleb Freeman, and Ridge Thomas. Now he's got the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to tangle with here in the second. And that plunks Saul in the back, and he's on his way down to first, and they'll have him at first and second now. Bring up Carson Maduro, Claiborne County, Alabama, 29, playing in his 4th prep baseball event. 6 foot, 150-pounder. Cars continue to pile in across the street at the Champion Center. So we have about 20 of the top 25 players in ESPN's rankings over there playing this weekend.
That's pretty good.
27 and 28, yeah.
It's probably why all the big dogs are here to try and get those girls on campus.
There's some high-level girls basketball going on across the street. So if you're able to make it out, it's certainly worth the trip. 0-1 count here to Maduro. Shows bunt, pulls back, gets away all the way to the wall. Runners will both advance. Fry kind of struggling to find that command he had during the first inning. He's got a 1-1 count now against Maduro, the catcher. So you watched most of the ABA tournament when we had it this week. Who was, if you had to say, best player you saw all week long?
I mean, I think the chalk answer, just because of the big hits, the tools themselves. R.J. Cope was pretty impressive. Obviously had the walk-off homer in the semifinals.
Yeah.
The walk-off 3-run homer, just missed one in the championship game, and then up to 94, 95 on the mound. At 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, 6'8".
Yeah, I don't know didn't know the exact one there.
Unbelievable. And I was talking to him. It's like, it's just, I don't understand as someone that big, because Aaron Judge is big, but Aaron Judge stopped pitching after high school.
Mm-hmm.
And, you got guys like David Price, who he's talked about David Price as he's had his conversations with Corbin at Vanderbilt about, where he could fit in if he should make it to campus. Spoiler alert, he's probably not going to make it to campus. But he said Price is a guy that they go back to. But it's hard to find someone that big that's doing both.
Yep.
Obviously Otani's a big guy, but he's not that big.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy, like I was telling him, that's like, he's the same size as Julius Randle.
That's crazy to think about.
He's a baseball player. Yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, Cope was really impressive. Another pass ball. The throw will not be made in time, so a second run crosses for BSA to show. But I mean, he had some rocky moments, some up and down moments, uneven, we'll say, on his performance on the mound. Even he was up to 95 miles an hour. I thought Jensen Veras from TNXO was incredible. Yeah. I mean, that guy's, and the two of them, when they met at the post-game handshake, looked like, two WWE wrestlers about to face off, because Veras is 6'5" himself, 225 pounds. So he matches, and just a couple inches shorter than Cope. Veras on his way to Florida State, I believe. Yeah, it's just and that guy's just a fountain of power. We saw a few shots from him. Yeah, so those two were ultra impressive. Dribbler gets away from the pitcher, can't make the stab at second, so now another run scores. An RBI single comes across off the bat of Buddy Weaver, second baseman. Weaver, his 9th prep baseball event, delivers an RBI single to extend the lead, now 3-0. Now we got Josh Lee, Alexander 2030. And I did see, by the way, you mentioned the best, I say best, but most demonstrative bat flip I think we've ever seen.
It was big.
Yeah, Javier Rosendo, the UCF signee, hitting a 2-run shot against Georgia Premier late in that game yesterday. It literally went out of the camera view and then just plopped down near the batter's box, and he got all of that one. If it was an Olympic sport, Javier Rosendo would be a favorite for gold. Pops it up, shortstop, going to camp underneath that. Can he make a play on it? Nope. Gets away from everybody, bounces in front of the center fielder, and it's going to be safe at second. Tough play there. That's the shortstop's ball, Riley Lanes, but unable to get to that, and so it falls in front of the center fielder, Colt Pilcher, but he gets it in, and runners will be at first and second. A bright day certainly can have its issues. Trouble brewing here for 7:06. 2 runs in this inning for BSA to show. 7:06 was a 4-3 winner. They played Go Mad Baseball already today.
First game, get them up and early. Yeah, it's crazy that our youth season concludes this weekend.
I will say, for the most part, it's been, I think collectively the level of play has been higher than it has been in the past. Specifically for what we do, there has been a lot fewer games defined by walks.
Yeah,
we've had it every once in a while, but I think collectively the level of play has been stronger than it has been in past years.
Absolutely, it's crazy that next week's high school season and starts our 9-week grind, as we call it. So, looking forward to it. Obviously, the MPI is coming up here in 3 weeks.
Yep.
3 weeks from today, 2 weeks from today, 3 weeks. Yeah, somewhere in there. We'll be here on campus to kind of really kickstart summer and, get all of the guys here. So looking forward to it.
Sam Bell drills that past the shortstop. Runner heading from third home. Throw's going to be cut off by first baseman, and there's run number 4. Sam Bell coming through with an RBI single. We go to the top of the order, and the lead is now 4-0 for BSA as we get our second look at Cory Brown, and they've figured something out here against Landon Fry after watching 3 consecutive strikeouts in the first inning. They're putting something together now here in the second. So second matchup between Brown and Fry. Last time Brown drew a walk. He shows bunt. One goes back foul.
Good idea there. Just kind of get that bat out a little bit up front and, just kind of push it to first or hopefully dragging it to third, I would assume, here in this situation.
I feel like, and I think he's swinging one there now, I think Combat is going to be the bat on campus this summer.
It used to be back many moons ago. It was a big deal when I was 11 and 12 years old. The Combat was the B1 and the B2 were a big deal. But
well, they've made a big push. They've got a lot of the really big bats, the really big hitters in the next couple of recruiting classes are swinging Combats. Colin Anderson at Etta was one of their guys now. They've got guys all over the country. They're really making a push there to put themselves front and center. So I think you're going to see a lot of the other players following suit. There's certainly been a lot of guys swinging them lately. 2-2 count here to Brown. Runners at first and second. Lee at second. Bell at first. The lead is 4-0 for BSA. Defensive swing, pushes it shortstop, has it, goes to second for 1 out. Can't get the double play turned as that one skips late in front of the first baseman. So they get Bell at first, but Brown's aboard at first, and they'll have him at the corners here with 2 down.
Good play there by Williams at first to save another run. If that ball gets under his glove there and gets behind him, that's probably the runner from second going to third there. Probably just keeps on running and scores anyway. So, 4-0, you're not out of the game. 5-0 starts getting a little on the territory of it getting away from you. So big play there at first base to keep it in front.
Cohen Heast, who's already got an RBI double, now steps in with another run-scoring opportunity. 9th prep baseball event for this 5'10", 165-pound righty. Already making his case early on for player of the game. Runner takes off for second. Always a dicey throw with the runner at third, but it's cut off by the second baseman.
Looks like that was probably a called cut there. Don't know that we fully came up ready to throw anybody out on that one, but nonetheless, runner gets the base and runner at third staying put.
Goes secondary, misses, counts now 2-1. Next pitch will be number 50 for Fry. Skips that, gets away from his catcher. Stops it from going any further. Shaking his hand like that maybe bothered him a little bit. All right, here comes the 3-1 to Heath. Heath ropes that past third baseman. He's got himself another RBI. Is he going to have a third? He sure does. He's on his way. He's got 2 run-scoring doubles. That one plates 2, and the lead continues to grow for BSA. And, man, Cohen Heath putting a stamp on this game early on.
Almost the exact same exit velo, too, as the first one, I think.
Yep.
There's 3-1 count, got a fastball that he could handle and rifled it into left field. The third RBI, second double of the game, and as many innings. So let's see if he can make it happen again in the third.
Well, the last time we got in this situation, Parker Beath was the first of 3 consecutive strikeout victims for Landon Fry, and he certainly would love to get out of this inning and stop the bleeding. We've seen 5 runs for BSA here in the second. They've now got 6 runs on 6 hits. Lays off that elevated fastball, counts now 2-0. Swinging at that pitch is the thing that drives coaches, I think, the craziest. Everybody loves it, and it's just like, lay off that pitch. Oh, man, did that hit him?
Ooh.
I think it hit the base runner, so I think Heath got hit by that ball. So maybe if that's how Fry takes him out, you literally take him out.
Backyard wiffle ball, he's
That's
out.
right, yeah.
But, actual baseball, we got to have a tag there. So
Maybe nobody told him. Counts 2-0 here to Beef. That's in for strike 1. 2 down here in the inning. Fouls that off. Count will now be even. Continue to have Cohen Heath at second. Pops that up down the right side. First baseman on the run, but that's going to go well foul, and this AB will continue.
While we have a break here after the foul ball, I'm going to ask the inevitable question. What event, can't say future games, you can't say MBI, what event are you most excited for this summer? Take the 2 chalk answers out of play.
Yeah. I'd say probably the 16U National Championship.
Okay.
That's a lot of fun.
There you go.
We'll get that, that's when the Canes come rolling in,
Yeah.
the big dogs, they get their the aura of those guys pulling up with that bus with the logos on the side of it.
There you
I
go.
always feel like that's a fun one. What about you?
I would say 16s or 17s.
Yeah. 17's cool because we'll get the Canadians,
Yeah.
that team from Canada comes down, and they're all speaking French, and you're like, what is happening? And are they saying what are they saying to one another? What are they saying to me? What are they saying about me?
It's a tough communication part for me, but
yeah, that one's pretty fun. And a lot of those guys too are like, you'll get some guys who are going on to college that already, but then they're like holding on because of their age, and they're just getting some extra reps in. So that one can be a lot of fun. But it's hard to beat 16U just because, those are the guys. And we get everybody for that one, so that's a lot of fun.
Confused everybody on that one.
Yep. Counts full here now to Beef. Again, he struck out in his first trip to the plate.
My favorite's when all the teams from Canada hear me talk, and then they're speaking French. They're like, "Oh, we've never heard an accent like this before," so that tends to throw a wrench in their plans as well.
Should just tell them Tim Hortons and then throw your thumbs up, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, he does speak our language."
Yeah, there we go.
Get you a Canadiens jersey, Montreal Canadiens jersey. Full count, goes through it. 4 strikeout for Fry. He gets out of the inning, but BSA strikes 5 times. They lead 6-0. We'll be back. You're watching Southeast Super Select.
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast. All while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Now joined by welcome back. Caleb Parsons, James Cooper, and Leighton Blackman are due up for 7:06 baseball, and they need to mount a response in a hurry. They trail 6-0 after a 5-run inning from BSA The Show. And man, Cohen Heath putting a stamp on this one already. He's got 2 run-scoring doubles, has delivered 3 RBI, so responsible for half the runs scored by 7:06 so far. And they are putting the pressure here on 7:06. BSA jumping out to this one. I'm giving 7:06 the lead. BSA's got the lead. BSA's got the lead. BSA has defined this game so far. We'll see what 7:06 come mount a response again. Caleb Parsons, James Cooper, Leighton Blackman due up. I think I realized between Tuesday and today, after all the ABA action, I think I'll have been on air for 18 hours.
There you go.
So
it's a good week.
Yeah,
a lot of tea at night. Make sure the voice is good.
Well, I do drink tea every night, so there you go. But I make you ever have the honey citrus mint tea thing from Starbucks?
Yeah, my wife's a major component of that. So
I make it at home. Okay. I got it down. I got the whole recipe down. So, people have actually told me it's better than the one at Starbucks. So there you go. And if I go there now and have it, it doesn't taste the same. All right, mishap there at first base. So Parsons is going to be aboard, and maybe that's what 7:06 needs to get things rolling. But it's kind of I feel like this is training for the future games.
Yeah.
Because when we get through MPI and future games, I mean, it's a different animal. We'll be on air. I think the last couple of years I've had probably on average 22 people in here in studio with me each year, and we'll be in our new studio here probably as soon as next weekend. So, yeah, you'll be in air conditioning
There we go.
a week from now, and we'll be doing this over on the side of Field 10, and we'll have it all set up. We're going to do it up. We're going to have a lounge in there, so you'll probably come in and lay on the couch. You can tell us all about, childhood trauma and all that stuff. It'll be like psychiatrist's office.
It's perfect.
Yeah, we'll have like Lucy from Peanuts. We'll have like the thing there that says, what was it, Maddie? 5 cents for psychiatric advice? Wasn't that what Lucy
I think
said?
so.
Yeah. Maddie's going to have that covered. Maybe we'll have coaches come on to kind of talk through their frustrations after. Instead of taking it out on the umpires, they can come in and just vent their frustrations to us for a nickel. We probably would, inflation, I'm sure that would probably be like $10.
We could also have the umpires too.
Yes, yeah, I think so. We just have an open door. We'll have a couch. They can come lay down.
Do separate time sessions.
Oh yeah, because that would be something else. That would be like couples counseling if we brought them both in at the same time, and we don't need that.
We don't need that.
Yeah,
No.
have them behind closed doors with no windows anywhere. I think that would probably be a bad situation. James Cooper at the plate. He's got a 1-2 count. Runner at first and Parsons. Bad miss from Sauls. The tough part with all the baseball that we have here is the summer's concert season. You know?
I'm not a concert guy, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Drills that into the right field corner. Cooper's got that down. Runner going to take off for third. So Parsons trucking to third. Is he going to hold there? We got an run scoring, not yet, but a double from Cooper. And I'm tricking all over myself after a long week. But Cooper's got himself a double. 7:06 baseball's got a runner in scoring position. And Cooper is the catcher, going to be replaced by a courtesy runner. Now we're going to move over to Leighton Blackman. Can 7:06 break through? They got 2 aboard with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Yeah, I went to see Dave Matthews Band last night for like the 30th time since 1998. It's a good show. I love the sites that kind of like they'll pull the set list and they'll tell you like this is how many times they've played this is how many times they've played that. Blackman skies that, left fielder, shortstop on the run. Nobody can make a play on that. Run coming across for 7:06 baseball. Blackman's got himself an RBI, and now it's a 6-1 ball game. 3 straight batters coming through here for 7:06. Maybe they're going to get things rolling here and try to answer that 5-run inning and that 6-0 lead by BSA the show. Aki Hashiguchi now stepping in for 7:06 baseball. Aki, Bethlehem Christian Academy, 2030. Playing second base. He jumps on the first pitch, and that one is on its way back. And does anybody have a play on that? They do not.
I think Blackman there with the RBI single went to going to my alma mater of Elbert County High School.
Nice.
So shout out the Blue Devils. Very rarely that we get to see any guys up here from that neck of the woods. But
Did you guys have like the Duke logo?
No, we did the basketball jerseys are the black kind of knockoff Duke black with the navy blue piping situation. So those look good.
I was always envious growing up of the high schools that could use the NFL or college team logos. Like we had in Ohio, we had a team near us called Graham, and they used the Georgia/Green Bay G.
There you go.
And it was like, man, those guys can get anything they want because they were red and black, so they could literally just order Georgia gear, and they all had everything in their high school. Yeah. My high school was the Chieftains, and we did not shorten it to Chiefs. It was Chieftains.
There you
so
go.
We were out of luck.
Yeah. Elbert County over the years, we just changed the E like once every 2 or 3 years. And sometimes it just changes year to year, so that's always fun.
Whatever's cheaper, they try to.
Sometimes it's like the old English E. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know.
So I always thought it was cool when you go through Dothan and Alabama on the way down to Panama City that their high school, their D was the Detroit Tigers English G, and it's like, man, that's
you just go buy a Tigers hat.
Yeah, and you're good.
Be all set.
Yeah, I was always envious of that growing up. 2-2 count. Aki Hashiguchi at the plate. He's got runners at first and second. I think we got another hit batter on a pickoff attempt, and that throw is going to be wide. Oh, he holds it third. Runner back goes to second.
aggressive base running there, trying to get all the way to third on the ball, just sneaking in the outfield, but pays off as both runners are able to advance there on the.
By the way, the courtesy runner that went into third, Quincy Adams. So it might be the first guy I think we've ever had that shares the name with the president.
There you go.
Comes a 2-2. Ropes that past second base. Hashiguchi's got himself an RBI. He's going to hold it first. Got him at the corners now. It's now a 6-2 ball game. Although we don't know if his name is John. With
John Quincy.
It was because John Quincy. Yeah. So technically he shares a name with the president, but not fully. But he scores regardless. Count to start things off here against Pilcher with runners at first and third. Again, 2 here in the inning for 7:06. Coming up after watching 5 score for BSA in the top of the inning. Colt Pilcher, North Oconee 2030. Bat wagging. Saul's a step off.
North Oconee punched their ticket to the state title game Thursday, maybe.
Well, congratulations to Ryan Trout and the Titans. Trout, the UCF commit. It's been a past junior, future gamer, and play for a state championship. Now North Oconee, the Titans, but they're not using like the actual like Tennessee Titans logo.
No, I think they've got the big T.
Yeah,
I think is their logo for most of their stuff.
You know, my kids both went to Etowah, and they use the Philadelphia Eagles stuff. They just change it from green to blue. Miss inside from Sauls. Hashiguchi's going to hold it first. Maddie, what was your high school mascot?
Mine was the Spartans.
Okay. Did you guys have like Michigan State looking stuff, or were you guys green and white, or what were your colors? Hashiguchi taking off for second. Runner from third is going to go on the wild pitch, make it a 6-3 ball game as Blackman scores. Hashiguchi advances to second.
My school, South Paulding, our colors were burgundy and gold, and we had we used to have a different logo when the school opened, and then when I was there, it was a little bit newer, but we never had like the Trojans looking one.
Okay.
So now one of the schools in Paulding, East Paulding, they're the Raiders.
Yeah, oh yeah, they do.
They have the NFL logo.
And they lean into it hard.
Oh,
like they use
do.
all the Raiders stuff.
Yeah, every time you go to a football game, they have a pirate ship at the football field.
Wow, do the fans there get like? Do they dress like the like the Raiders fans, or they like the face paint on and the spike?
What do they call that? The
pads
Legion of I don't know.
Yeah, they really get into it at East Paulding.
Yeah. Yeah, the Raiders fans are a different breed in the NFL. So yeah, that's though they call themselves Raider Nation, but you got the guys like, you know, wearing the spiked shoulder pads and the black and white face paint and all the insanity of those guys. So yeah, that would be a different vibe at a high school event. Maybe some of the guys are just like, I've always wanted to do this.
Jim, haven't made it out to Las Vegas or Oakland for a game, so
yeah,
might as well do it for a good Friday night football matchup.
3-0 count here at Pilcher, and that one gets away from him. Hashiguchi's going to head to third and have him at the corners off that walk. Things going awry here for BSA after taking a 6-0 lead. They've watched that get cut in half here. Abe Drake stepping in. It's already been a big weekend for guys named Drake. 3 albums dropping yesterday from Drake, so maybe Abe's going to follow through.
So it shows how out of touch I am. I know there was an album. There's 3 albums.
He dropped 3 albums in one day, and apparently it basically killed Spotify and it crashed.
Probably a good financial day for him, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I would assume so. But it's funny to hear those guys talk about how much they make off streaming, and it's like next to nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if you got 3 albums, you're probably helping yourself out a little bit more. Well, this Drake is a Madison County 2030, and he watches strike one from Saul's 5'9", 150-pounder playing in his 5th prep baseball event. He's the extra hitter in this one for 706. Got a ball on the field from another game.
We've got Abe and Quincy Adams. We got two presidents out there.
Oh, we do? Yeah, I love this. We got an Abe, we got a Quincy, we got a Waylon, and a Buddy. It's 1962
The boys
in this
are
broadcast. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so got some names we don't often have. You got to like that. Not everybody's named Jack or Jackson in this one, but my son Jackson will join us later. Yeah,
taking some shots at yourself there.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. So I have a Jack and Cooper. My son Jack, we actually had that name already picked, but he was born when Lost was on TV, and the main character on that was Jack. So everybody kind of started naming kids Jack. And then my son Cooper, we actually named him after the car, the Mini Cooper.
Okay.
We had a Mini Cooper, and then when we got pregnant with our second kid, my wife had to get rid of the car because we weren't going to be able to fit him inside, fit a baby seat in the,
had to
in
get
the car.
Had to get the coupe back.
So we still got to have our Cooper. So yeah,
that's awesome.
So and we didn't follow suit like became a very popular. Not saying that we were trendsetters, but anything. But we had different desires for naming him that. That one's going foul. We're to the top of the order once again. Austin Jenkins for 706. And they're putting something together here in the second inning. They have scored 3 runs. They got 2 aboard still. Hashiguchi at third, Pilcher at first. Jenkins fouls that off, and Pilcher's going to have to retreat.
Well, where did the names Cory and Avery come from?
Oh, there you go.
I was named after a Duke point guard.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. So that's where my name comes from. I don't know. That's all I got on mine.
Okay.
I have to shoot my mom and dad a text. But, hey guys, I thought it was named after a Duke point guard.
Yeah.
So, Dad's a big Duke basketball fan.
Okay.
So.
Well, my parents, when they first got married, lived in Findlay, Ohio, home of Ben Roethlisberger, and there was a Cory Street.
Okay.
So they were like, yeah.
Name him Cory.
Yeah, but then after that, when I was in elementary school, we had Corey Haim and Corey Feldman came out. And we had License to Drive, and all of a sudden Cory was this really popular name.
Yeah.
They had a Simpsons episode where Lisa was talking about she was obsessed with the Corys, and they were on cover of Teen Beat magazine and all this stuff. So my name was seemingly everywhere. At some point, so
I have one of the names where it can go both ways.
Yeah,
so
same with mine. Yeah,
I think I know more girl Averys than I do boy Averys. So unique.
Dribbler, that one's going to go foul. Maddie, were your parents big fans of Bridges of Madison County, and that's where your name came from?
I don't really know because it was the early 2000s. Madison was a very popular name anyway.
Okay.
My mom is one of those Southern moms that likes for the first names to be last names.
Oh, there you go.
Because my sister's name is Taylor.
Okay.
So both names that could also be last names.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if you were a boy, you'd be Smith. Smith Bullock.
Actually, I'd be Terry because that's my grandfather's name.
Okay. Miss inside.
Shout out Terry Pelfrey.
That's right. Counts 2-2 here to Jenkins. Saul's thrown 41 pitches. Feels like a lot more than that as this second inning has rolled along. It's been a busy one. Runner taken off. That one bounces away from the catcher, and he's going to have to eat that. And here comes the 4th run for 706. Hashiguchi scores. Pilcher advances to second.
It's our 9th run scored in the second inning here.
Wow. This has been a wild one. A wild frame, and BSA, the show, trying to right the ship. SAB for Austin Jenkins continues. The count's full after that wild pitch. He fouls that one into the ground. Second base has it, throws to first for 1 out. Kind of flicked that past the Saul catcher, and that's the pitcher, and that's on its way into second base. And going to have him at the corners again. Pilcher at third.
saw the pitcher pick up the bat there and throw it towards the 706 dugout. Gave me a little, was it Kurt Schilling?
Yeah.
Throwback there. Was
yeah,
that
there
Clemens?
you go. Yeah.
Who was that?
That was Roger Clemens.
That was Clemens.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong Red Sox.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Levi Loggins back up. He's 0 for 1. He's got Pilcher at third. Another wild pitch. Pilcher scores now 6-5 ball game. And this is turned on its head here for BSA. They go into this inning leading 6-0. And you oftentimes hear about a pitcher, maybe he doesn't pitch the same when he's got a big lead, but man, if you're Sauls now, you got to find a way to right this ship. Things have gone absolute sideways for him in this BSA defense. 5 runs on just 3 hits for 706. BSA 2 errors here in this inning. That goes foul. Counts now 1-2. Can Sauls get out of this? Bases are at least clear. So he's got that going for him, but he's watched 5 runs plated by 706. Turn this into a 1-run ball game. Looping foul ball. AB will continue. Sauls pitch count now at 47. One-two's driven to the third baseman. He can't make the play as that one skips off his glove and heads into left field. So Loggins is aboard with 2 down. Tough luck play there for BSA. The show in this inning will continue for the 706 bats.
Loggins finally got a little footloose there.
Oh, look at that. Riley Lanes now stepping in. Maddie's been chambering that one.
Yeah, she had that one on. She was ready.
Lane's 0 for 1. Lane's a Franklin County 2030. See if he can keep this chain moving for 706. Shoots that foul. Count will now be even. NBA guy, playoffs are wearing on. I know you're a Hawks fan. You're watching things just kind of from a 10,000-foot view now. Knicks and Thunder. Is that the final?
I think that's probably the answer. I think the Spurs are going to be an interesting matchup for the Thunder. But again, have the Thunder lost a game in the playoffs yet?
I don't think they have.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've just been beating people to death. So.
Yeah.
And then the Knicks, Lord, after Game 4, Game 3, we're up 2-1.
They've just pedaled to the metal, man. They figured things out.
They did. I haven't cut a Hawks game off in a while.
Whew, man. Lanes rips that into left corner. Yep, here comes a run for 706. Lane's on his way to second. He's got himself an RBI double. And we've got a tie ball game, 6-6 now here in the second inning. Man, Riley Lanes laced that 80.2 mile an hour off his bat into the left field corner. And we've now got a 6-6 game as 706 answered a 5-run top of the second with 6 runs of their own. And things have gotten absolutely sideways here for BSA. And that's going to be the end of the day for Sauls. He's going to make his way off the mound there. And we're going to have a new pitcher here for BSA, the show. We're going to take a quick break here in studio. I'll tell you about that new arm when we come back.
Backed by over 100 years of engine design and manufacturing and a highly skilled dealer network. Yanmar. Yanmar Tractors. Quality. Hardworking. Reliability. Leave no job unfinished. Yanmar. Visit us at www.yanmartractor.com or see your local dealer for details.
Now joined by
the
Rich Thomas is your new pitcher for BSA The Show, taking over for Logan Sauls after watching 6 runs score for 7:06 here in this inning. Thomas, Ranburn, Alabama, 2030. He's got a fastball at 80 miles an hour, curveball that sits 66 to 67, and a slider 56 to 58. Playing in his 10th prep baseball event, going to try to right the ship here for BSA. 6 foot, 175-pound lefty. I don't remember a lot of 6 foot, 175-pounders when I was in 8th grade.
I was about half that size.
Yeah.
So it's 8th grade. So.
Well, everything's bigger these days. I passed talking about Mini Coopers, I passed a Mini Countryman on the highway today, and it looks like the size of a CRV now. Everything's getting bigger. I mean, you look at cars that are like you go from like Corolla, Camry, all those different variations that the car companies have. The bigger one is now, the smaller one now is the size that the bigger one used to be.
Yeah.
All those cars are like that now. Everything's bigger. It's like we're a nation of Texas.
Happens when you get Buc-ee's involved.
That's right. Well, I'm sure some people will leave here today and go get themselves some beaver nuggets. It's a popular destination after people leave LakePoint for sure. Heading on up to Calhoun. Just up 75. It's ball 1 here to Williams. So Tanner Williams, the first baseman, he's 0 for 1. I think the most daunting thing at Buc-ee's is like that wall of beef jerky. It's like it's so expensive and you don't want to make the wrong choice.
The Buc-ee's in general it's too much for me.
Yeah.
So I walk in, there's too much stuff, there's too many people.
And you can get everything there, right?
Yeah. God, I just don't know that I need a gas station where I can go in and get a candle. That's just not the. I just need to be able to go in, grab a Diet Mountain Dew, pay for my gas, and let's get.
Well, I have
there.
like for Christmas time, I have like the Buc-ee's costume that like zips up and it's got like the hood on it that has like the Buc-ee's ears and all that stuff. It's got a tail.
Yeah, we need that on the broadcast.
Yeah.
We need a picture of that.
I wore that to the Yacht Rock review show at the Battery in December. That was fun. For Christmas, their Christmas review show. That was a good time. And you don't have to wear anything under. You just wear, you got next to nothing on underneath it. It's comfortable that time of year. Pops that one foul. Maybe if Buc-ee's would like to come on and sponsor these broadcasts, I'll gladly wear a beaver suit here on air. It might be a little steam that we will really need to have air conditioning then. But
hand up, I will not be joining you in the beaver costume. In the jumpsuit.
Well, we can get you like
give me a T-shirt, hat.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
They always have the seasonal hats and shirts and stuff, so we could do that. I'm sure they got some good US 250 stuff you could get there.
Yeah.
It's probably got like the beaver holding like a 250 or something like that, or yeah. I'm sure they got you covered. If that place was any closer to here, I'd probably be in trouble because I'd probably be going up there all the time. But it's like 20-minute drive.
Yeah, it's just on that buffer zone of like, I don't know that I want to make that ride, but...
And it's the opposite way for us living towards Atlanta.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go to an off-site up there during the summertime to a high school field, and, sometimes you just make an excuse. I'll swing over by Buc-ee's real fast.
1-2 count here. Williams against Thomas, the new pitcher for BSA, trying to get out of this inning after giving up 6 runs already, and watch that lead fall apart. That one goes foul.
See, if Buc-ee's is tuned in, they got
a lot of love.
They just got 5 minutes of free ads.
Yeah, they sure did.
My wife loves the candles, so if you guys want to prove me wrong about candles in a gas station, take some.
They have good coffee.
Good coffee. Yep.
I tell you though, the thing that irked me was they used to have they have it like QT and Racetrack where you go in there and they have like the latte machine where you go up and just hit the button and it makes the lattes. They got rid of that.
Did they?
Yeah. Then they were only doing like ice versions of their own coffee. Just like I want like a vanilla latte, and they had that before, and now the machine's gone. They just, I don't know why they decided they didn't need that anymore. It's no longer a thing.
You're running them out of lattes. Cory.
Yeah, that's right. They should have had a latte of them, right? There's a lot of foot traffic. 2-2 count here to Williams, 0 for 1. Ridge Thomas, the new pitcher, taking over for Logan Sauls, trying to get out of this inning and stop this 706 offense in its tracks. They've scored 6 runs. Long looping pickoff attempt goes into center field. I'm not sure if maybe the shortstop didn't think he was going to make that throw. It took him so long to make the throw.
Yeah, man, I think it just kind of caught him off guard.
Yeah. Because we often talk about putting catching the runner asleep, but you certainly don't want to catch your shortstop asleep. That one into center field, and the runner did advance to third. So Lanes, after that run-scoring double, is now standing at third. Tanner Williams trying to put 706 ahead and extend this second inning. They've already scored 6 runs. Here he is with the 2-2. That's going to miss, and count's now going to be full. DH Caleb Parsons lurking if the inning continues. Now my brother will go to bat for Sheets, which is big up north. They're also they're around Disney. I know Maddie's definitely seen Sheets before. Swing, miss, and we do get that inning-ending strikeout, and our run of gas station narration is going to come to an end, as well as Avery Hunt's time in studio. Avery, man, good to see you as always. We'll be back with you, I know, next weekend as we move along to the state games of Georgia. Meanwhile, I mentioned this is the Windscreen Factory Spring Flex Weekend. Here's my conversation with the Windscreen Factory owner, Robert Taylor. By the Windscreen Factory owner Robert Taylor, as we bring in the presenting sponsor of the Spring Flex Weekend across the LakePoint Sports Campus. Now joined by the Windscreen Factory owner Robert Taylor, as we bring in the presenting sponsor of the Spring Flex Weekend across the LakePoint Sports Campus. Robert, welcome in. Now joined by the Windscreen Factory owner Robert Taylor, as we bring in the presenting sponsor of the Spring Flex Weekend across the LakePoint Sports Campus. Robert, welcome in. Hope you're enjoying the Windscreen Factory being front and center all weekend long.
Absolutely. We've had great reception here, a lot of good feedback on our setup and our products throughout the facility.
Tell us a little bit about the relationship with LakePoint Sports and kind of how this whole thing came together.
So we, I like to say destiny sometimes, but, that's off the cuff. We came in early on at a time when there was a need, an urgent need, and we were able to meet the requirements quickly and efficiently. And that kind of gave us an opening to show our abilities and our products. And since that time, it's been a great relationship with LakePoint. Great people here, everybody fantastic stewards of the game and the sports community in general. Great people we love working with. And so we always strive for quality and providing solutions to whatever needs they have.
You guys have made your mark all over this campus. How much pride then do you take when you step on this campus and it's just like, yep, we did all that?
Hard to describe, It's a warm feeling of accomplishment, pride in our company and our people, and a reminder of the relationship we have not only with LakePoint but with the sports community in general.
You guys do so much with schools as well. I mean, just what you're able to do within inside the school, outside their athletic facilities. I mean, it's just everywhere.
Schools, sports venues, construction companies. We do roadside. There's so many different things we do, and again, the graphics are such a huge part of it. People want to build their brand, their name. And this is an easy way to do it. Besides that, it makes these parks feel like a stadium. This looks like Truist Stadium.
Yeah.
As much as anything. And without all these products, you could play the game. It just feels so much better this way.
Now joined by the Windscreen Factory owner Robert Caleb Freeman lines out to right field. That's the first out of the inning there for BSA, the show, trying to mount something offensively there after watching their 6-0 lead slip away as 706 scored 6 in the bottom of the second inning. Now Ridge Thomas, who took over on the mound for Logan Sauls, steps in, swings through the first pitch. Do have a new arm for 706 after that long layoff. They move away from Ledger Fry. Now Caleb Parsons is up on the mound, 77-mile-an-hour fastball, curveball at 60 miles an hour, 7th prep baseball event for this 2030. Drives that foul, counts 0-2. It ricochets and goes into right field. Loggins will send that in. We'll get a new baseball delivered to Parsons. James Cooper to follow. 6-6 ball game here in the third. Swipes at that, goes opposite field. Shortstop camps underneath it. Lanes has got it, and that's out number 2. This is not what BSA wanted. It was a quick inning after giving up 6 runs. Waylon Taylor's turn now. He's 1 for 1. 2 down in the inning. A miss high from Parsons. Side now 2-0 here to Taylor. Saul's in the on-deck circle. Jack McCartney now joining me after taking in the first few innings field side. And Jack, I think exciting to say the least. We watched an 11-run second inning, and I'm imagining BSA, I'm going to say, not going to say relaxed, but we're feeling pretty good going into the bottom of the second inning, only to watch 706 kind of put on a show. I mean, they had literally everything going their way in that second inning, and they had the big blow there. Riley Lanes coming on with an RBI double. Man, that was an impressive response from 706 at the second half of that second.
Yeah, I mean, they could have just punched it in after being down 6-0 after.
Well, it can be deflating, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you watch the team score that many runs on you in the top half of the inning, but they found a way.
And they locked in on what. Wow.
Yeah, Parsons with a strikeout. We'll have plenty more to talk about when we come back. Southeast Super Select, this part of the Windscreen Factory Spring Flex. We'll be back from LakePoint Sports.
Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
If you're on campus or you're going to be soon, you'll definitely want to check this out for a limited time. The Buffalo Chicken Wrap available at $7.99 for an entree, $14.99 for a combo. And let's say you like fries. You like fries, Jack?
I like fries.
You like fries, Maddie?
Yes, I do.
For 50 cents more, you can upgrade and get one of our all-star fry flavors. Now, Cajun fries were available in May, garlic parmesan in April. But rumor has it that the garlic parmesan fries might just still be available. Jack, that's the rumor going around campus? You
could chance it.
You potentially, and yeah, maybe that's like ordering off menu. Like you go to In-N-Out and you tell them you want it animal style.
I wouldn't know. I've never been to In-N-Out.
All right. Well, you can You can
should've
try it.
taken me.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work, maybe you just didn't qualify it with the. Maybe you just
You
didn't
weren't
say
cool
please. You
enough.
didn't say
Yeah, I don't know.
please. You didn't say the magic word. But yeah, check it out. Cajun fries now available. Garlic Parmesan fries may potentially still be available. But the buffalo chicken wrap, go check that out. Looks good. They're really doing some great stuff here at the F&B stations and the baseball village. And you should go over to the Champion Center. You can get chicken salad chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say our pretzels might be on another level, though.
They've been pretty. Yeah, the new pretzels.
Those pretzels have been real
yeah,
good.
the pretzels have upped their game.
Didn't want to get blown out by his competition, I guess.
Caleb Parsons is at the plate now, starting things off. He took over on the mound for 7:06. He'd be followed by James Cooper and Leighton Blackman. Second look at Ridge Thomas came on in relief of Logan Sauls. Spikes that count as 2-0. I put this question to Avery Hunt, and I'm not going to tell you his answer because I don't want to pop anything into your brain. But watching so much of the ABA tournament here from Monday to Friday of this past week, best player you saw during the ABA tournament?
I mean,
you can't pick. You can't say it has to be. It's one singular name. We're not allowing.
Let me lift off some guys. I'm thinking
No,
of real
okay.
quick. I think Alex Adisis did an amazing job this past weekend. Had 2 home runs in 1 inning.
Okay.
3 home runs in 1 inning by TNXL because not only did
There's the
Adisis
punch
have-
out, so Parsons go down on strike. He ended the last half an inning with a strikeout on the mound, and now he's the victim of one here to start off the third.
But Jensen Veras and Alex Adisis added up for 3 home runs in 1 inning.
Yeah.
I mean, RJ Cope did an amazing job. Reeston Durham did an amazing
But
job.
I asked you to do. What did I ask you to do?
I'm trying to think of. We'll just see Alex Adisis because he just did.
Wow.
He was such a great bat for TNXL and helped them when they went down in the losers bracket to help them get back up.
So Avery said R.J. Cope, which is a great pick.
Yeah,
but
RJ Cope didn't like.
I thought, I thought RJ was awesome. I mean, obviously we saw a 3-run game-winning home run from him. Made the final out in yesterday's championship for Georgia Premier to seal the win against TNXL. He was a little up and down. Let's say tough luck outing when we saw him on the mound. Despite being up to 95 mile an hour, he had a few issues against WSA, so it wasn't the complete dominating. He obviously the talent is next level. I mean, it's literally. He's going to hear his name called in July's draft.
Yep.
But I thought straight out performances that we saw across the days, I thought Jensen Veras was the best player I saw. I thought that guy was incredible.
Yeah, I mean it was the hitter of the year, but I said Adisis because, I mean, him and Veras went back to back.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean that's how, and the fact that we're even having this conversation underscores how great it was.
Yeah.
How great the event was. The fact that we had, and then we haven't even talking about Peyton Warner, who was on the mound for WSA, and he went toe to toe with R.J. Cope and put WSA in a position where they should have been playing for a championship, but they pulled him, and the next pitcher in was the one who gave up the game-winning home run to Cope. So watching Warner and WSA after that game, I went over to have a conversation with Warner because that was just one of the best pitching performances I've ever seen here, and everyone was just consoling him. I mean, the kid struck out 11 batters against a lineup that started off with Reeston Durham, Texas recruit, and just goes on and on. With Cam Jackson on his way to Oklahoma and R.J. Groomster, Purdue recruit, Cope obviously on his way to Vanderbilt. It's just on and on with that offense, and he struck him out 11 times in that game. In a 2027, I'll say went into that game in this event as a little unheralded, but he certainly left having opened eyes. And I've said this a couple times. I anticipate if Peyton Warner doesn't have a Division I commitment by the end of the summer, he's going to be playing in the senior feature games for Florida. And he was that good. But and again, we've named 6, 7, 8 players as we've gone through this event, and that's just how good it was.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was such an amazing event. The home run derby was so cool.
Yep.
And I mean, that was so cool watching. And the sunset was beautiful. The balls flying in the air left and right was just, that was on a different level too.
3-0 count, and make it ball 4 here to Leighton Blackman. He's headed down to first, board for the second time today. Want to give us another look here at Aki Hashiguchi, second baseman. Not going out here to have a conversation with Thomas. And go back to our early conversation here when you were down on the field, having watched that first and second inning unfold. What was it kind of the vibe like around 7:06 with those guys down 6-0 going into the second, their trip to the plate in the bottom of the second inning? Did it seem like a team that was a little deflated, or did it seem like...
No, I mean, there's a kid in there. I'm pretty sure it's, how do you say it, Leos, or, how in the world do you pronounce it? I don't.
What, Riley Lanes?
Yeah, Lanes. He had the clapping hands and like a little whistle.
I love that.
And so he was over here just
and he
like
got,
making
and he hit
noise.
an RBI
He hit
double.
an RBI double,
Yeah.
pulled out the whistle, and started blowing the whistle on second base.
Did he really?
Yep. Yeah.
Huh.
And
wow.
I've
never seen. I've seen plenty of extra base hit celebrations. I've seen tons of double cellies, triple cellies. I've never seen one with a prop.
Nope, I haven't either. I'm surprised he was okay with that.
Wow.
But I mean, they weren't going away. They knew they could get back into this game if they wanted to, and obviously they have. And they knew that if we go in there and act deflated and act a little upset that we gave up 6, it's not going to end up switching our way. So they went out there with the same mojo they had before the game, maybe a little bit more, and they just went out there and hit.
Well, impressive turn without question here for 7:06, and I love that. Props. We got props for double cellies now. 0-2 count here to Hashiguchi. He goes down on strike, so Thomas gets a much-needed second out. Bring up Colt Pilcher, the center fielder. So whatever they went out and said to Thomas, it certainly worked. Ridge Thomas getting that strikeout for out number 2. Trying to deny this 7:06 offense that has been putting it together. That one is sky down the right side. Everybody's on the run. Does he make a catch? He does. Inning is over. 2 stranded by 7:06. BSA the show's turn. When we come back, you're watching the Southeast Super Select.
Backed by over 100 years of engine design and manufacturing and a highly skilled dealer network. Yanmar. Yanmar Tractors. Quality. Hardworking. Reliability. Lead. No. Job unfinished. Yanmar. Visit us at www.yanmartractor.com or see your local dealer for details.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Our action continues here, top of the 4th inning. BSA the show, 7:06 baseball. This is Southeast Super Select, part of a jam-packed Windscreen Factory Spring Flex weekend here across the LakePoint Sports Campus. And when I say jam-packed, I mean there is action everywhere. You can see in the background there the number of cars at the Champion Centers. They continue to file in. Select events live at LakePoint. Was it 20 of the top 25 players in ESPN's rankings for the class of 27? One of the top 28s in the nation. in action over there. So a live recruiting event for girls basketball, and it'll be a who's who of women's basketball coaches there the next couple days, taking in the next wave of talent. Swing and a miss there. Also, NASA Top Hat Adidas Select Cup over at the Publix Fields and SRVA Championships at the Beach Pavilion. So much happening here across campus. 0-2 count, swing and a miss. Counts now 0-2 here to Sauls. So Logan Sauls, who started off on the mound for 706, watched his team's 6-0 lead become a 6-6 ball game, and he goes down on strikes. So Parsons struck out the last batter of the third, and now the first batter of the fourth. So after Kang Sauls, he moves to Carson Maduro, the catcher. What you got? I feel like you're going to drop some knowledge on us.
No, I'm just seeing who the what times and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, looking at all the players that are here for that live at LakePoint girls event. The number 2 player in the nation, Ivana Wilson Manyaka. So basically, the West Virginia Thunder are the team to see in this event.
I went to their game last night against I Dream P32. At one point, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I was hallucinating or not. It was halftime. I'm pretty sure they were up 48-8.
Wow, that good.
They're scrappy. They're tall. And they're really dang good at basketball, and you can see that if you watch them. They were just incredible.
I think there's always it feels like this maybe more so than any other level of any other kind of basketball. In girls/women's basketball, the best of the best in that next level down, I feel like there's a bigger drop than there is in men's basketball when you go from that top tier to the next. Because that's how you see UConn will just be destroying people. Maduro puts that into play. It's all the way to the wall. Is he going to hold it second? Nope, he's taking off for third. Ball gets bobbled by the shortstop. Carson Maduro's got himself a 1-out triple. And BSA, the show, is now on the cusp of retaking the lead here with 1 out in the 4th inning. 91 mile an hour off the bat of Carson Maduro, the Cleburne County 29. Jack, that was exactly what BSA, the show, needed, because they have largely been flat since taking that lead in the 5-run second inning, and maybe this is the spark that offense needs. Buddy Weaver's turn now. Can Weaver deliver the go-ahead run? It's an 0-1 count. Parson misses, going to be ball 1. But what I was saying was I feel like there's a drop. When you see the top tier in women's basketball, it is a thing of beauty. And that's why you see teams like UConn, I think, be able to go on the runs that they can, just dominant regular seasons like they had. When you can put a collection of those kind of players together, that's in for strike 2. Counts now 1-2. Again, you got Maduro at third. I think our camera just froze. See if things go back on track here. That's never a good sign. All right, we're going to take a quick break here in studio. We'll see if we can sort out these technical difficulties. BSA the show against 706 baseball.
Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
All right, sorry for those technical difficulties. Luckily, we did not miss any run-scoring moments there. It continues to be 6-6 between BSA the show and 7:06 baseball. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Levi Loggins at the plate. He's got Abe Drake at first base. And, Jack, I mentioned this to Avery, a big weekend for guys named Drake. 3 albums dropping for Drake. Maybe Abe scores that go-ahead run here for 7:06 in the 4th inning.
I don't want to get into those Drake albums.
You don't?
No. They sadly didn't turn out the way anyone wanted to.
Well, clearly they turned out the way he wanted them to, or we wouldn't have 3 of them.
He's just trying to... There's talks. He was trying to get out of his contract with his label.
And so he's just finishing... So he had X amount of albums remaining, so he just...
Which is why...
Met them.
There's a Michael Jackson's glove is the album cover.
Well, apparently he spent $100,000 on that glove to use it for the album cover. 2-2 count here to Loggins. Ridge Thomas back on the mound. He's doing 37 pitches for BSA. Goes secondary, misses that. Count's now full.
He's also got play money at this point. He's got too much money, doesn't know what to do about it. I'll take some off of his hands, though.
Okay, there you go.
I got him.
Full count here to Loggins. Run down. They got him at second. So there's out number 2. They got Drake trying to steal second. Count still full here to Levi Loggins. One down in the inning. Able to get Drake in that rundown. Right into the glove of the first baseman, brings an end to the inning. Quick defensive inning there for BSA. We're rolling along to the 5th inning. This is Southeast Super Select.
Backed by over 100 years of engine design and manufacturing and a highly skilled dealer network. Yanmar. Yanmar Tractors. Quality. Hardworking. Reliability. Leave no job unfinished. Yanmar. Visit us at www.yanmartractor.com or see your local dealer for details.
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Welcome back. That hummus and that Publix ad was making me hungry. Looks good. All right, Sam Bell leading things off for BSA the show, and then we're back to the top of the order with Jakari Brown and Cohen Heath. Cohen Heath has got 2 RBI doubles for BSA the show and 2 trips to the plate, and he no doubt would love an opportunity to get himself another one and give his squad the lead. Can they set the table for him? We'll find out. Sam Bell stepping in, extra hitter. Another inning here of Caleb Parsons. A miss inside from Parsons. One 0, and that goes all the way back. Stops, skipping its way there. Six ball game. We had a 6-0 lead for BSA, but 706, or for BSA, excuse me, then 706 bounce back with 6 runs of their own in the bottom of the second inning. Parsons has got 3 strikeouts, but he's got a 3-0 count here against Bell. He's yet to walk a batter. That's in for strike 1. Just 1 collective walk for 706 pitching in this game as we sit here in the top of the 5th inning. Sends that back foul, and count will now be full. Meanwhile, BSA pitching has walked 5. But 6 runs on 7 hits for BSA, 6 runs on 4 hits for 706. Here comes the payoff pitch to Bell. Misses with the secondary, and Bell will man first base now after that leadoff walk. Is that going to come back to haunt 706? Now leadoff hitter Cory Brown. He's been aboard twice. Trying to move Bell along and set the stage for Cohen Heath. He had the 2 run-scoring doubles, who's in the on-deck circle. We only have about 10 minutes remaining on the clock, and this has been a long game for us to get to the 5th inning. That second inning took forever with us seeing a combined 11 runs. The throw is going to be way late. So Bell now standing in scoring position at second. Could be an interesting opportunity here with about 9 minutes to play. BSA, the away team, so 706 will hit. Does Brown show bunt here or move the runner to third? He's got a 1-0 count. Only got some speed at the plate. Nope, the 1-0, and he drives that. Shortstop has it, throws to first. That'll be out number 1, but the runner does advance to third, so a productive out for Cory Brown. And now BSA is 90 feet away from the go-ahead run, and they send a bat to the plate. And Cohen Heath, who has answered every time opportunity is knocked, he's got 2 run-scoring doubles in this one. Can he get himself another RBI? He's already in this game delivered 3. Plated 1 run in the first, 2 in the second. And he's got an opportunity here to break this tie with 1 down. He's now got a 2-0 count. One just missed low. Oh, he gets a hold of that one. It's on its way to left field. Left fielder on the run. Did he make the catch? He did not. Cohen, he's going to have himself another double. Nope, he's got more than that. He's going to hold it second. So we're going to give him a ground rule double. Cohen, he's got 3 run-scoring doubles in this game, and an absolutely unbelievable performance here from Cohen Heath. The 2030 has got 4 RBIs in this game, and Jack, unbelievable performance from Cohen Heath.
Yeah, I mean, he's just done an amazing job today, and that last hit, he just roped that. I mean, that I feel like that exit velo was lying to me a little bit.
It certainly looked more, but I'll tell you, as Doc Brown told us, when it hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious stuff, and we just saw that from Cohen Heath, another run-scoring double. 3 RBI doubles in this game, 4 RBI in total. He now stands at second base, having given his team a 7-6 lead. 7 minutes remaining on the clock, and that all but tells you the bottom of this frame with 7:06 at the plate should be the finale of this game. And this being pool play, we'll either play win, lose, or draw here in the bottom of the 5th. Count is 1-2 here. New batter in for BSA. This is Austin Bates from Carrollton, 2030. Multiple future Carrollton bats in this game. We talked about Jakari Brown, Austin Bates now. Avery and I were talking about that big matchup, and he's taken off for third, and the throw is going to be late, and he's now that much closer to an 8th run for BSA. But we talked about Carrollton and Etowah, that big matchup this weekend in 6A, and man, that is absolutely a blast, and such great personalities in that game. Caleb Hudson from Carrollton, of course, the likes of Condon, Cole, Sharman, on and on for Etowah. That Colin Anderson, Borcherding, that one's popped up. Second baseman has it. Heath is going to tag up. No, he's going to stay put. Not going to test the arm of the second baseman. So I got Hashiguchi at second. He's able to get that in and keep the runner at third. But, man, that's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's tonight in Carrollton. I mean, just
think about that for Etowah. They are the nationally ranked team, and they have yet to play a home game in the playoffs.
They had one home series. It was against Harrison.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, but since then they've lost every coin flip, and they found themselves on the road.
Yeah,
and if they play for a title, obviously you're doing that in Gwinnett. You're not doing that at home.
And they've already had to go to Gwinnett already this year to play North Gwinnett.
Caleb Freeman's got a 1-0 count. He shoots that. And is that going into the glove of Hashiguchi? But Cohen Heath comes through again, another RBI double. He has given BSA a 7-6 lead off those 3 run-scoring doubles. Can they back that up? We are headed to the bottom of the 5th inning, seemingly our last frame here, with BSA clinging to a 1-run lead. What does 7:06 have in store? We'll be back from the Baseball Village.
Backed by over 100 years of engine design and manufacturing and a highly skilled dealer network. Yanmar. Yanmar Tractors. Quality. Hardworking. Reliability. Leave no job unfinished. Yanmar. Visit us at www.yanmartractor.com or see your local dealer for details.
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Welcome back. Seemingly all coming down to this as there's just minutes remaining on the clock in this one, 4 to be exact. BSA the show in 7:06 baseball. BSA broke that 6-6 tie off the bat of Cohen Heath with an RBI double in the top of the 5th inning. See if 7:06 can mount a response again. It is win, lose, or draw here in bracket play. It's pool play, excuse me. So we'll see if 7:06 can pull the walk off or if they can somehow tie this thing up. Heath is actually now going to take over on the mound. So Heath has been that guy in this game for BSA, and now he's going to be on the mound for us. He's got a fastball around 87 miles an hour. Changeup 68 to 73, a curveball 69 to 70, a slider 63 to 64. And he'll be facing off against Riley Lanes, Tanner Williams, and Caleb Parsons. So the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for 7:06 will try to answer Heath after hitting his 3rd RBI double in this game. 87.1, so the profile was dead on with that fastball velo. But he misses high on ball 1 here to Lanes. Spikes that one low. He goes high, he goes low. So if this is Goldilocks, the next one will be right down the middle and just right. And here is the 2-0. Counts now 3-0. Could be putting the tying run aboard here. 3-0 count here to Lanes, who himself has hit an RBI double. and blew a whistle when he got to second base. Spikes it, and he's aboard. 4-pitch walk to start off the 5th. Now Tanner Williams' turn. Largely just seen fastballs from Heath so far. Would love to see some of that secondary. Again, he's got a curveball that works about 70. He also has a slider that dips down to 63 miles an hour. Let's see if we see some of that secondary there. Now pitching for the stretch with lanes aboard. Just misses a little high, 86 miles an hour. So Cohen Heath, certainly a big talent when you think about what he's done in this game at the plate, and now on the cusp of 90 on the mound. But he's yet to throw a strike. 1-0 count. Spikes that. Lanes will stay put. Nice job defensively stopping that from heading back to the wall. But 6 pitches in, waiting for strike 1 from Heath. He could do no wrong at the plate. There it is. That's strike 1 at 80. Took a little bit off. It's now got a 2-1. Lanes at first. Go ahead run is at the plate. He fouls it off. Lanes was taken off for second. So counts now even at 2-2. After Williams, it'll be Caleb Parsons. Two sails on him. Runner takes off. The throw is in time. Did they get him? They did not. Close play at second, but Lanes is now in scoring position. Full count here to Williams. Another bad miss. Heath kind of struggling to find the strike zone. He issued a 4-pitch walk to Lanes to start off the inning, and then on a full count, walks Williams, brings up Caleb Parsons. But we've certainly seen the arm talent is there. The velo's there. Can he kind of ratchet it in a little bit and find himself? They need outs in the worst way. We've now hit our time limit, so this is going to end regardless here in the bottom of the 5th inning. But does it end with BSA emerging with a one-run win? Does 7:06 tie it up, or do they got it out of here in walk-off fashion? They'll now turn it over to Caleb Parsons. Parsons showing bunt, trying to move that lead runner out. Everyone's taking off. Double steal. Throw's going to be late. Now the work's gotten that much easier for Parsons now. Off that double steal, he showed bunt. Everybody took off. So even if he wasn't showing bunt, at least the specter of it had everybody ready to crash. Caleb Parsons, what can he do here? 1-0 count. He shows bunt again. That one goes back foul. If he's showing bunt, you almost got to feel that Lanes is going to be taken off from third. You certainly don't want a situation where they can just make the easy play at home to get the lead runner. Count is now 1-1. Bat wiggling from Parsons. Parsons going to step out. Thrown strikes have been hard to come by for Heath since coming in relief. Again, Cohen Heath has been fantastic at the plate, but he's now taken over on the mound. Misses with the secondary there. Counts now 2-1. Heath would love to get an out here. Needing one badly against Parsons. If Parsons gets on, it's catcher James Cooper. He swings through that. Best pitch that we've seen from Heath. Runs the count to 2-2. Finally got a swing and a miss. That one's 79.1. Took in a little bit off that fastball. Got him. strikeout by Heath. And Parsons couldn't believe it. He was sitting there like Olaf, frozen, and now one down. So we saw the secondary stuff for the first time from Cohen Heath. And he's got one down, brings up James Cooper. Runners at second and third with one out. Catcher stops that from being trouble. But the degree of difficulty still there. Runner at third, so something driven anywhere is going to be a game-tying run for 7:06. Another miss, now 2-0. Leighton Blackman looms in the on-deck circle, but James Cooper thinking about trying to end this thing here. Sends one in the outfield. Who knows? Can Williams make it from second? The count's 2-0. Strike in the outside corner now, 2-1. Heath finding a little bit more effectiveness, taking just a tad off that fastball. That last pitch at 80 miles an hour. We've seen him up to 87.1. He's got a 2-1 count here. James Cooper, the catcher, at the plate. Lane's at third, Williams at second. He fires, drops in that looping curveball, 70 miles an hour for strike two. Starting to show us a little bit more of the arsenal. Second time we've seen that breaking ball from him in the last two batters. Does he have an out pitch in his back pocket? 2-2 count. Gets away from him. Runner was going to take off for home, but he's going to retreat to third. Smartly staying put at third is Lanes. The count's now full here to Cooper. This could be a gigantic out for BSA if they can get out of this and take away the sac fly opportunity. Ball on the field of play from another game. I'll give Heath a second here to catch his breath. You know, his heart's got to be going a million miles a minute right now, trying to seal off what's been a really strong game for him at the plate. Can he back it up on the mound? He's got a full count here. Whew, that one was nearly trouble as well. So the bases will now be loaded. But, man, hats off to his catcher. He's maybe had 3 pitches that he's saved from going to the backstop that seemingly could have been the moment that allows Lanes to cross the plate. But they need 2 more outs. 7:06 just needs a little bit more magic. It's now Leighton Blackman, the third baseman. He's 1 for 1. Bases are loaded. That one gets away. Runner's taken off. The throw to the plate. Did he get there himself? He did not. We're all tied up as Lane scores.
Wow.
I'm sure a little bit of frustration from Heath to see if the catcher was going to flip it to him. He didn't. He tried to do it himself. He couldn't get there in time. And we're all tied up at 7-7, but there's still only 1 out. We have an opportunity here, 7:06, with Leighton Blackman at the plate. They can still make this happen. Runners at second and third. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the day for Heath. So couldn't get the job done. Just 1 out off of a strikeout. He had a fantastic performance at the plate, but we've got a tie ball game. 7-7. We'll have a new arm for BSA as they try to shut this thing down, try to get out of here at the very least with a tie. We'll be back. You're watching the Southeast Super Select from LakePoint Sports.
Backed by over 100 years of engine design and manufacturing and a highly skilled dealer network. Yanmar. Yanmar Tractors. Quality. Hardworking. Reliability. Leave no job unfinished. Yanmar. Visit us at www.yanmartractor.com or see your local dealer for details.
At IHG's Holiday Inn Express, you can take on Miami, Mexico City, or Minneapolis. Fuel up with free hot breakfast, all while earning points for free nights with IHG One Rewards. Guest how you guessed at IHG Hotels and Resorts.
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Welcome back, Cory McCartney, Jack McCartney with you. We have a new arm on the mound here for BSA The Show, taking over for Heath, who got just one out via the strikeout. Brought in an arm that's teetering on 90 miles an hour, but struggled a little bit early on. Found it against one batter, but he exits, and we have the bases loaded. There, now the bases are loaded. They're going to send Blackman down to first. Game changer was like 5 seconds ahead. I looked down and the bases were loaded. So now you got... Now the bases are juiced once again. Aki Hashiguchi now at the plate for 7:06. Can he deliver that game-winning moment? New pitcher for BSA is Cash Greenwood, Carrollton 2029. Fastball up to 78. He steps into a tough situation. 1-0 count here to Hashiguchi. He sends that back foul. So counts now 1-1. This is pool play, so again, this will either be win, lose, or draw here for 7:06. Well, they can't lose, so BSA can lose. 7:06 can either get out of here with a win or a tie. That one's right back to the pitcher. It goes to second for one out. They go to the first. They get Hashiguchi for the inning-ending double play, so we do have a 7-7 tie. But, man, what a crazy game. 13 combined runs, 12 combined hits. We got a lot to get into when we come back. We'll have our Aspen Hospitality Group Moment That Matters, Player of the Game, and more. You're watching the Southeast Super Select, this part of the Windscreen Factory Spring Flex.
The Windscreen Factory, more than just windscreen. We're a full-service sports facility contractor. We manufacture windscreen for sports and construction, do fence repair and installation, and fabricate field netting and batting cages. In addition to manufacturing the products, we also install upon request. We make safety padding for backstops, rails, and walls, as well as full-service print shop with logo, branding, and signage capabilities. Please call us for a quote today.
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Now joined by Georgia Premier's Reeston Durham, Texas signing, man. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Last time I saw you, you were wearing Tequila.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about this transition. What's this life change been like for you down in Statesboro?
Oh, it's been awesome, honestly. I met a great group of guys who, took me in at first. And at first, I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous. But, they showed me the way and how to go throughout the game. And it's been a great experience. I've learned a lot. I've had a great time playing.
So 3.5 hours away from home.
Yeah.
What was that adjustment like? Not like the guys. What was it like not being there with mom and dad as a high school senior?
Oh, it was like moving into college early, basically. You kind of do everything by yourself. You have to wash your own clothes, make your own food, wake up on time. Just start healthy routines that's going to get you to the next level.
Well, you and I have talked about your cooking before, and I know you had some skills. Has it been elevated now that you kind of been running your own?
It has been elevated. I'm surviving.
Okay, what's the best meal you make now?
I'm good at hamburgers.
Okay, good at hamburgers.
And fries, that's my specialty.
Like the smash burgers, or what are you doing? Do you putting garlic in with the meat, or what are you
I'm
doing?
putting a little garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper. I'm spicing it up a little bit.
I love that. Now, when a player reaches a certain level, and I'm sure you kind of experienced this at DQ a little bit, they don't want to pitch to you anymore.
Yeah.
But you get into a lineup like you got at Georgia Premier, you got R.J. Cope, you got R.J. Groomster, Jason Phillips. They got to deal with all those guys. When you were thinking about the decision to go there, how much did that kind of play into it? Like, hey, I know I need to have dudes around me that going to guarantee that I'm going to see pitching in a game.
Yeah, it definitely went into it. You can't pitch around this lineup.
Yeah.
We have guys going high D1, probably professional. So, I mean, when you get to a lineup like that, it's not many teams where you have a 9-hole that can hit a ball 450 feet. So, it definitely went into it. The guys at Tequila were great, but these guys over here, it's a great experience with them too.
Be honest with me. What's it like facing R.J. Cope and inter-squad, 6'8", throwing mid-90s? What's that experience like?
When the arm slot is coming behind your back, it's kind of hard to hit. But he's a great competitor, and like I said, it's iron sharpens iron. So
when has that much extension, does it feel like the ball's like right on top of you?
It's right on top of you.
Yeah, that's scary stuff.
It's the decision right there.
You are part of an insane Texas recruiting class. Brody Bumilla, who just struck out 20 in a no-hitter, by the way. Got Grady Emerson, Trey Rangel, Bo Peterson. It could be an insanely impressive class if you all wind up in Austin.
Yeah.
So being in that kind of mix yourself, how do you approach kind of the thought process of, here's the spot I got, these are the guys I could do it with, but everything could change in July with the draft?
Yeah, I kind of take it day by day. I always look to compete, no matter who I'm with. Those are a great group of guys, and I'm excited to play with them if I go there. But also, I'm also looking to the next level. So, like I said, I take it day by day and just trying to work.
Have you already built some relationships with those guys to this point? Yeah. Like, who are you tight with now?
Trent, Brody, Brady Morita.
Yeah.
I said his last name.
Brumilla, yeah.
Yeah. No, the catcher.
Okay. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but we have all like a group chat and everything, so we talk in there.
Trey Rangel's a little different as a coach's son. I think he kind of just has like a different, he played football for a long time too. But yeah, so I got to know though, with Austin, do you own a Cowboy hat?
I do not yet.
Well, good thing, because we actually had, with the help of ChatGPT, we got Reese and Durham. This is what I like to call the McConaughey. Yeah, there you go. So you guys, and you're playing cornhole, right? You're playing cornhole. So we got you the whole Austin setup. You're gonna own that. If you don't already own that shirt, you're gonna own that shirt.
I need to.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's awesome.
So number 15, which dugout snack has the strongest aura?
I have to go seeds.
Seeds?
Seeds it's uncomparable. It's nothing better than smacking on some bacon seeds.
Bacon seeds.
Bacon seeds.
Okay, that's a good flavor too. Yeah. All right, question number 42. If baseball added a power-up inning, what happens in it?
A power-up inning. Maybe a diving play. Like you make a crazy diving play.
Are there like effects and stuff going on, like you're in Mario and you got like the star, and it's like
maybe if you make like a crazy diving play, then the pitcher gets like a boost or something.
Okay.
I don't know. That would be pretty cool.
All right. Final one, number 100. What's one baseball debate that will never end?
Oh man, these are some good questions. One baseball debate that will never end.
I know when I was coaching, it was always the pant length. That was always a big one.
Yeah, maybe. The talk about, how they talk about Babe Ruth and all that and the different ages.
Sure, yeah.
How it's hard to compare. I feel like that's one of the good ones.
Yeah, it's because the game's never changed, right? You're still doing the exact same thing. It's not like in football, you introduce the forward pass and all of a sudden it's like, hey, we can do this now. Mm-hmm. You're not running the ball 50 times a game.
Yeah, that's totally true. The level of play has definitely gone up. So I feel like that's a good debate.
All right, I got to know one more thing before you get out of here. When I talked to you a year ago, and we were talking about where you were at, future games on your heels and all that, the Texas commit. What's different in you as a player now than the last time you were here?
I feel like the mindset, just that dog eats dog mindset, and going out there every day and proving myself now. I've got the, ranking or commitment, whatever you want to call it. But now it's just going out there and proving it every day and proving it to myself, and not trying to validate to others, but proving to myself that I can do it day to day.
And you look jacked. I mean, you look like you put 20 pounds on since I seen you last.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the gym, just trying to work.
It's looking good, man. Reese, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seven ball game, BSA the show, and 7:06 baseball. And this has been the Southeast Super Select part of our Windscreen Factory Spring Flex weekend here across LakePoint Sports. Another jam-packed weekend, action everywhere. We saw plenty of it. 14 combined runs in this game. We saw 11 hits. We saw a team jump out to a 6-0 lead with BSA and Jack. 7:06 bounce back, 6 runs themselves in the bottom of the second inning. You talk about responses. This team certainly showed it, and then, man, Cohen Heath and BSA had one, and then they were not done. 7:06 able to notch things up with another run in the 5th. Couldn't get that walk-off, but this game, they were up to the challenge and up to the drama to get out of there with a tie.
Yeah, I mean, BSA did an amazing job in the first 2 innings. They lit up 7:06 at the beginning. Their bats were hot. They were feeling it. They were going out there. They were understanding the pitching well, and they just were taking advantage of things that were given to them. But then 7:06 came out, down 6. They go out and get 6 and help. They were down. They could have deflated, but they didn't let that get to them. They were doing.
They weren't deflated.
Yeah,
they just did enough to stay in this game, work themselves back in, and then they gave themselves an opportunity, and they have a big moment here, our Aspen Hospitality Group moment that matters, and that comes in the bottom of the 5th inning. Wild pitch, and Robert Lanes, who had the run-scoring double, races to the bag, beats out the catcher trying to make that play himself. And, we were going to go a different direction because, look, Cohen Heath had a huge game in this one. He had 3 run-scoring doubles in this game, 1 in the first, 2 runs scored in the second off of his bat, another in the 5th. He had 4 RBIs. But Riley Lanes, he had that run-scoring double himself. We're flipping the switch. Riley Lanes, player of the game after scoring that on that moment there to get out of here with a tie. Talk about heads-up base running. I know that you're Cohen Heath, you want that ball flipped to you, but, man, it was a race to the bag. Riley Lanes was up for it. Speed thrills, speed wins, and speed gets him out of here with a tie.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the biggest parts of 7:06 not falling apart. He was in the dugout making noise. He had the little hand clap things. He had a whistle. He was trying to help 7:06 not deflate. He did an amazing job at the plate, on the bases,
just being that motivator.
Yeah, just
and honestly,
absolutely.
I'm going to be a little selfish here. I can't wait for your player of the game interview with Riley to ask him about having that whistle in his pocket as part of his double celebration there. So that's going to be a ton of fun to watch. The top 12 teams in this one advance to bracket play. Things get started bracket-wise Sunday at 10 a.m. The championship will be played at 6 p.m. Again, top 12 teams advance. If you can't make it out to the Baseball Village, you can always watch all of our action via LakePoint Live, powered by Pixelot and Aware TV, so make sure you check that out. We'll be back with you next week. State games of Georgia Jack, the 15U to 17Us are coming back. Should be a great one as the high school players start making their way back into the travel scene. I don't know about you, but I'm awfully pumped to see a lot of those guys back. Always fun to see those familiar faces and guys. Confidence level building after that high school season. Big travel season awaits, and that is just part of a wild Memorial Day weekend. Adidas Memorial Day Classic at the Champion Center, Cam Newton's C1N 7v7 at Publix Fields. Make sure you're following Lake Point Sports on all of our social media channels. You not only get our great content, you'll get our tune-in information for our next broadcast, and all of our broadcasts, as always, available for free on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Until then, for Avery Hunt and Jack McCartney and producer Matty Bullock in the back, I'm Cory McCartney, and for now, we're signing off for Lake Point Sports.